Hey guys, can you all listen to me? Can you all hear me? Um, I hope you all can hear me. Hi Varshini, I'm fine dear. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, it's like okay. Yes, we're starting with a new chapter. This is SST, Manufacturing Industry. That's our chapter's name, and it is an SST chapter, grade 8 class CPSC slash NCERT. Yes. Okay. Um. So before I move on, let me introduce myself. My name is Varshini and I'm from Varshini's Edu app. So I'll be teaching you SSC. So it's really glad to meet you all once again. And today we're starting with a new chapter, Manufacturing Industries. Let us move ahead. Okay. Before we start with our chapter, let us look at the pre-assessment for now. So today's pre-assessment, what do you mean by economic activity? What are the different sectors of the economy? Give examples. So you can try to answer this in the chat. I think the chat is enabled. I don't know why you guys are not chatting. Maybe you might also have some internet issues. That's I can understand that. Um, but I really love to read your answers. So it would be really good if you answer it in the chat. So yes. Um. Okay. So no one has answered it yet. Okay. Economic activity is nothing but the production of goods or like production, consumption, distribution. So these all are the examples like production of goods and services for the day to day of people to satisfy their needs, whatever important needs, basic needs. So to satisfy to satisfy their needs is basically economic activity. Now, what are different sectors of economic? Give examples. Different sectors were like having public, private. This you will be learning it in the coming up session. So let us move on. And we never forget today's learning objective. Today, what we're going to learn about? We're going to define the industries, classify industry based on raw material. It's not raw material, it is size. Okay, I'm really sorry, but it's not raw material. Let me just. It's not raw material, it is size. Today, we're going to look at size and ownership. That's for today's learning um, objective. Today, what we're going to learn? We're going to classify the industries based on their size and ownership. Okay, so let's move ahead. Yes. So, identify the activities and classify them into different sectors. Um, okay. So, I just wanted to clarify this, that is the comment box like available, means if you're being able to, because till now I haven't seen single person commenting on the box, so I just wanted to check with you all, is it, even though if it's not there, I think even the live session is over, you might be able to view the chat, right? Live chat. So you can send your message there if you have any doubts. As well as you can also give me the answers for every activity we're doing. So let us try to identify these activities and classify them. Okay? Try to do this and please share your answers in the comment box or in the chat box. Okay? Yeah. Next, we're moving on manufacturing industries. So before we start, we need to get an idea what is this basically manufacturing? What is the idea of manufacturing industries, right? So manufacturing industries is nothing but conversion of raw materials into finished products. Manufacturing industries is nothing but you conversion or converting raw materials into finished products or end products. We can say it also as we can tell it also as end products. Okay. Now, how do we do manufacturing industries means like we can't do all the things in one person can't manage everything, right? So we need to use the laborers, the labors, the mechanical powers, and only we can improve the manufacturing industries at the rate of profit, etc. Now, here's a question for you. Are all industries of the same nature? Do they have same requirements? Do you think all the industries in India or around the world are same? Or same? Do you think? And they all have same requirements? Do you think as if like that? Okay, Vashamu has said no. Okay, why do you think so, Vashamu? Why do you think that they are not same? Because it depends upon their size. All the industries are not in the same size, right? The size differs. Okay, the availability of minerals, the raw materials, all of these, it is based upon their size, the whatever the raw materials which are used. The end product means the result or the finished product, and the ownership. Now, in this lesson, in this live session, we will be looking at what are these raw material, what are the size and ownership. Sorry, size and ownership. We'll be looking at size and ownership. Today's our main aim is size and ownership. We'll be looking at what is the size and what is this ownership. Okay. Now here's also one more task for you. Which of these are which of these are referred as basic? Agro, chemical, iron and steel, or fertilizer? Agro industries or chemical industries, it is, do you guys know the answer? It is iron and steel industry. As why do you think? Okay, I'm saying it is iron and steel industries because they give all the basic necessities. So if we say that um, iron and steel, as you know, iron and steel is given. Steel is used for different things. Oh yes, if I take iron and steel, steel and iron as the basic things? Yes or no? Yes, it is the basic thing because it depends upon their heaviness, the medium, the light. As you know, steel is used for everything, for the manufacture of goods, or whether if it's medical, science equipment, consumer of goods. So these all are things. So we can say these are a basic necessity or basic industry. Okay, that we need, like that we can say. Now, as I said, large. Industries. It can be classified upon their size and ownership. Sorry, I just size, ownership, raw materials, and one more thing. So, size, ownership, raw materials are the sorry classification of what? Of industries. Yes, of industries. It is based upon their industries, how it is being classified. Okay, so now as we already know today's learning objective, that we are going to study about the ownership. Okay, the ownership and size. The ownership and size. Today we are going to discuss about that. Oh, sorry, one. Go back to the slide. And end product. Sorry, I mentioned end product. So now size. If we take size an example, based on size we are having three. What are the three? Large, medium, small and medium. Okay. So now what are large, small, medium industries? Medium scale. By the word itself, you might understand what is um large, medium, and small scale, isn't it? So let me give a quick introduction or quick about these large scale, medium scale, and small scale. Okay. So large scale, as you can see by the word large itself, you might understand. So they are in a large investment. Okay. Like we can say Tata Steel. You know Tata Steel, right? Tata Iron and Steel. You guys might have heard Tata and all, right? Mm. So it is a really big, a large industry, okay, which have huge capital and huge investment. Okay, understood. And I forgot to add one more thing here also. One more thing is also added called cottage industries. Cottage also is in here based on the size. There is also cottage. I forgot to add that. So sorry. So that is basically large scale where there is a lot of laborers and all. Okay, there's a lot of laborers and all. Now in large scale industries, like when you go to large scale industries, what do you see the most? Most you can see the people and the machineries, isn't it? But in large scale industries, the most work is done by the machines only. As there's a lot of machines and all the work is done. But who controls it? See, if you go to a big Tata Steel and iron industries, you could see all the men who are working on the machines and all, right? So these are the large scale industries. Now let us move on to the small scale. By the word small itself, you might understand what are we going to deal with. Now small scale industries, which is really having a less investment, less capital, less investment. So less capital, less investment. Okay, that is basically. Example, we can say. What can we say as an example of um, small scale industries is like if you see, it's like manufacturing on a small scale. Example, if I say yes, Vaisham, yeah, yes, you're correct. Yes, mm. Yes, yeah, it's correct, Polly. Mm. So large, small scale industries is nothing but you're manufacturing and providing services in a small scale. Okay, it's not a really less investment. Okay, example, if I say napkin, tissues, small toys, water bottles. So these all are small scale industries done on a really small, and also there is also in small scale industries not a lot of workers are there, a few workers and few employees, like that. Few workers and few employees. Now we move on to the medium scale industry. Medium. Now you might have understood what are medium scale industries, right? What is medium scale industries? I think the chat is available for everyone. I don't know what. Okay. Yes. Now medium scale industries are done, not really small or not really big. If example, if you are starting, for example, you're starting, or if your mom wants to start a company or you want to start an industry. Now, this medium scale business or medium scale industries is like if you want to, we don't want to go with a large. We start slow and steadily. If you go the slow and steadily, it grows into a successful small business. Okay, so that's basically the medium scale. Now, it's not really large or it's not really small. Maybe if you see, it can take medium workers. Maybe like if you see in large scale, example, there 100 workers. In small scale, it can be maybe 20 or 10 to 20. But in medium scale, if you see, it can be 50 to 60 or 60 to 50 or 60 to 70. It's like that. It's in the medium range. Okay. So, uh, not that much employees or not less employees. A medium employees. Not really less or not really big. So, that is basically medium scale industries. Now, if you want to know the examples, if you see the example, it can be like aluminium door and window manufacturing, or like making of paper bags, manufacture of furniture. Okay, Even talcum, you might have heard the word talcum powder production. So that is also a medium scale industry. Okay, these are the examples of medium scale industries. Now let us move on to cottage industries. Okay, now what are cottage industries? Cottage industries is actually it is done by a small group family or a small group of people. Okay, these yes, cottage industries is nothing but a small scale. It is done by a group of people or a family itself. It is done. Now these they do it. They prepare it in at home. They do not have any machines and all. They do it handmade. If you see hand weaving mats and all, so these are the examples. So they do it at home. So it is operated at home. And if you see the handcrafts or weaving mat, handmade cotton, these all are examples of cottage industries. Okay, this is basically it is a business or a type of activity which is done in the home. They do not have any kind of any industry to do it. It is done as it is really less amount of people involved in this. So it is manually it is done. It's operated in the home. Okay, in the house. So that is basically cottage industries. Cottage industry is like example if you want to see. Example we can say weaving of mats. Okay, weaving of mats or maybe handicrafts. Handicrafts. So these are just examples of cottage industries. Okay, the bowls and all people do right. So they make pottery, and all. These all are examples of cotton industries. Okay. Now let us move on to so that we have understood the basis of based on their size, isn't it? We understood based on their size. Now we are moving on to based on their ownership. We have four: public, private, joint, and cooperative. Okay. Public, private, joint sector, and cooperative sector. So these are the examples of based on their ownership we can understand. Okay. Now if you see what do you really understand by private, public, So on the basis of private is nothing but it is managed by the government agencies or it is managed by sorry not that's yeah it is managed by the central or government agencies. Okay, like example if we talk about Tata Steel or Bharat Heavy Electrics. So these all are it is just managed by the government, central government, and the government agencies. Bharat Heavy Electrics, or we can say Tata Steel and Iron. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's basically um, the public sector. Okay, now if you see the private sector, it is owned by or managed by individuals or a group of let me clear it. Public sector, it's done by the agencies. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry. Bharat Heavy, Tata Steel and Iron is not a public sector. It is a private sector. Okay. It is a private sector, not a public sector. Sorry, really sorry. So, I'm really sorry. It is not controlled by the government agencies. So private sector is like in by managed by an individuals or a group of people, group of individuals or group of individuals, anything. Example: Tata's Iron and Steel, Reliance Industries, Aditya Birla Group, etc. Okay, these are some examples of private sector. Now, joint sector is nothing but it is owned or managed jointly by private and government agencies. Privately, or it's like managed jointly by private government agency like Oil India Limited, Gujarat Alkalis. These are example of them. Last but not the least is the corporate sector, which are done by managed by a group of people who form their own corporate society. Okay, it's done by not individual but a group of people. Okay, okay. Now these group of people, they are basically the producers of raw materials like sugar, dairy cooperatives, sugar mills, handloom industries, example. Okay? Examples. These are the examples. So now we will get to know what is this raw materials if you guys are really confused in the next part 2. Okay, so these are the based on we looked at based on their size and based on their ownership. Yes. So guys, I have posted a link in the description below if you can see it. This is basically quizzes and I would like all of you to try these quizzes. It is about the chapter which we have learned today, which is the manufacturing industries, and we looked at the LO. Today's learning outcomes were basically about the size and ownership, isn't it? On the classification of what? Classification of industries. So we looked at size and ownership. Okay. So guys, I have to end this video right here. Thank you so much for being super cooperative and having patience. And do not forget to comment and as well as please do this quiz and share your scores. And if you have any doubt, please do. If the comment box is disabled, I will enable it, and so that you can do it. As well as do not forget, if example if it's still disabled, I think you can still message in the chat. Means the live chat I'm talking about. I will still see there and I will clear it out shortly. Okay? And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, like, comment, and click the notification button so that you know that whenever we are live, as well as when we are uploading a video, you will get the notification. Until then, this is Varshini Mulligan. I'm from Varshini's Edu app. I will see you next time. Goodbye.